Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday. My goodness. Yesterday was Wednesday. It's Thursday, the 18th of April, 2024. One more day till Friday. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Hope you had a good day yesterday. Somewhat busy at work, and then last minute, I got a call that my pastor was taking his wife to the emergency room and just severe headache. So pray for her. Pray for Misty, would you please? Severe headache and things, and there, don't think it was anything life threatening, just some things potentially to take care of. So just be in prayer for her. But I got that call and ended up having to preach, and I worked until a little bit after 6 last night, and had to rush to try to put something together for a message and then preach last night. So I'm exhausted this morning. Not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. So working overtime this week, and just pray for me in that situation with my job and the extra hours and things. So, all right. We are looking at marriage and divorce remarriage this week. We're studying this out. Yesterday, we started looking at three reasons for divorce from the Bible. One is when you have an unbelieving spouse, somebody that's not saved. And if that unbelieving spouse wants to depart from the marriage, then they can depart, and there's a grounds for divorce. God would prefer they stay together and that person gets saved. However, if that person decides, the husband or the wife that's not saved, they decide to leave, then you let them go, the divorce, and you remarry. You're free to remarry. The second is fornication. And after studying this thing out a little bit further, fornication is not just intimate physical acts before marriage. Fornication is also when a married person steps out on their spouse and goes has a relation with another person, whether they're married or unmarried, the other person. If they're married, they're both in adultery. If one is married and the other one is not, then it's adultery and fornication both. Now, in passage here, we're going to look at Matthew chapter 19 and start in verse 3. Matthew 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Pharisees came to him. A man just put away a woman for whatever they want? Put away his wife? That's divorcing her for any cause at all and every cause? That's what they're asking him. And Jesus says, and he answered and said unto them, Have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? There's an answer for you for that certain group out there that believes it's okay to be in a relationship with a person of the same sex, the same gender, male or female, physically. And I don't give a flip about those that think they're a woman when they're a man, or a woman that thinks they're a man. I don't give a flip. That's You're a man and you're a man. You're a woman and you're a woman. This might get me in trouble. Does it does. However, according to Scripture, according to what I believe, it's wrong. According to God, that things are wrong. But back to this. I'm not going to go down that rabbit trail. He said, again, have you not read that he which had made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. And we looked last week at that. And marriage is at the consummation when they are joined together. They are one flesh, physically and emotionally at this point, but physically they are joined together as one flesh. They say unto him, the Pharisees, Why did Moses then command to give writing of divorcement and to put her away? Now, I don't have time to go into this whole Moses and the writing divorcement. But basically, there's reasons that Moses allowed them to do divorce, but it wasn't God's will for this. See, there's two types of will out there. There's God's perfect will, and then there's God's permissive will. Perfect will means he's completely okay with it. Permissive will, he's not fully okay with it, but he's going to allow you to do it, but you better believe there might be consequences. And when this comes into the divorce category, this is permissive will. He is not willing that a husband and a wife who are joined together divorce. He doesn't like it, although he did divorce Israel for a time being. However, it's not in his permissive will for a husband and a wife to divorce, or perfect will for a husband and wife to divorce. He does allow it to happen, but there are going to be consequences when the divorce is over. There's always going to be some consequence. It's still a sin. And there's consequences to sin. But there again, we're looking at 3 biblical reasons for divorce. Wherefore, verse 6, they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. Verse 7, they said unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you, that means allowed you, to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her that which is put away doth commit adultery. Now, here is the sticky matter. Fornication, again, as I've studied out, can happen in marriage. So I was wrong when I said that fornication is intimate physical relations outside of marriage. Fornication is inside and outside of marriage, physical intimate relations. But in this case, it's a married person getting involved intimately with somebody that was not his wife or her husband, and then it's fornication. This is a grounds for divorce. That is a reason for divorce. Now, God can fix the marriage. If they come back and want to sit before God and rededicate, God can fix the marriage, but there's still going to be consequences. Likewise, if the spouse, husband and wife divorce because one has committed fornication, it's okay for the divorce, but there's still consequences to this act, to this situation, to this sin. Fornication is a sin of the body, and it's a sin in God's eyes. But it is okay for the divorce, and God will allow that divorce in his permissive will. It's not his perfect will. Remember back here, what God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. Let no man cause that marriage to be divorced. Woe to the person or persons that cause it, though. Woe to the people that get involved in this. Now, this is something that I'm very familiar with, unfortunately. And I'm not going to get into the entire situation. But there's consequences to these sins. And divorce is a sin. Even though God will allow it, it's still a sin. And it shouldn't happen. All attempts to reconcile the marriage should be made. And if it can't be reconciled, then divorce is permitted. That's all I've got for you today. So we're covering marriage, divorce, and remarriage. We're looking at 3 instances where God, in his permissive will allow the divorce. I'll give you one more tomorrow, There's one outside of this, death, but technically that's not divorce because the person has died. It is a separation because that person has died, but it's technically not divorce. Tomorrow, we'll be in Proverbs looking at the third case for divorce in the Bible. Hope you have a good day today. God bless you all. Remember, every issue you have in your life, you need to take to God and let God sort it out. Have a great day. God bless you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow.